Hey guys, everyone's day is going well. This right here is the Orbital GTX from Duncan. Let's check it out. Now, real quick, I do want to give a shout out to Brian Jordan and Duncan for making this video entirely possible and for sending me this yo-yo. Alright, so you guys know Duncan. They've been around forever, world's original. They've been making yo-yos for a really long time. And so recently, some of their newer competition bimetal yo-yos have really been getting some traction in the yo-yo community. A lot of really, elite players are enjoying these yo-yos. Specifically, the Grasshopper GTX,
which I did a video about just a little bit ago. You can click the link right there in the top right of your screen.
Has been getting some really great reviews. This yo-yo right here, the Orbital GTX, is almost kind of its brother, and it has also been getting some serious traction in the yo-yo community. And so, a lot of players nowadays are asking themselves,
which yo-yo is better, the Grasshopper GTX or the Orbital GTX?
And so in this video, I'm not only going to be reviewing the Orbital GTX right here, but I also will be comparing it to the Grasshopper GTX, and hopefully by the end of the video, you guys will be able to understand which yo will be better for you. Now, real quick, I do want to mention that the Orbital GTX right here is the signature yo of Tal Mordok. Last year at the World Yo Contest, I was actually lucky enough to meet Tal, and he is such an amazing player and a great guy. So he's got some really crazy tricks, and he just never fails to amaze me. And so just keep in mind that this is the signature yo of Tal Mordok. Now, I'm sure you guys are curious about the specs of this beast right here. So I'm gonna put them on the screen right here. Alright, so let's take a closer look at this thing. And when it comes to specs, this yo has a very, very wide design. 46 millimeters for a width is no joke, and as you can see here, this thing is crazy wide. In addition, the weight of this yo is really on the light side, coming in at 63.14 grams. For modern yo-yos in this day and age, that's really darn light. Finally, this yo is made of 6061 aluminum, which is kind of a standard grade of aluminum. I would have loved to see this maybe made of 7075 or 7068, but that's okay. Now let's talk about the shape of this yo. So, the shape of this yo is just like extreme in every which way. I mean, look at this thing, it's insane. So where do I start? This yo is a bimetal. I personally was sent the raw colorway from Duncan, and it looks super sick, but it does make it a little bit difficult to see that this is a bimetal. Just know that this is, a bimetal yo-yo. Now, starting with the rims, they are stainless steel and they are sharp. They're just like really pointy and just have a really unique design, as you can see here. Now let's keep moving along. There's kind of a bit of metal, and then there's just a really nice slope down to some super low walls in the middle. This is definitely a very angular and competition-oriented shape. It's wide, catchable, and is very, very extreme, as you can see here. Now, moving on over to the cup, we can get a better look at this yo-yo's weight distribution. So right near the rim, we've got a variety of little cuts that lead down to a flat center. I think it's really interesting how they've got that tiny cut near the rim, very unique. And now it's also worth mentioning that on this specific yo, it does have a polished kind of sticky finish. However, on other models, you can get a smooth matte finish. Alright, so how does this thing play? Guys, this yo is crazy light, like very, very, very floaty. It honestly shocked me how light and floaty this yo actually plays. And you'd think that with that giant angular rim, it would feel really heavy, but it honestly doesn't. It's kind of an optical illusion with this yo. It's so wide and big that your brain thinks it should be playing way more heavy, but it really doesn't. And so here I can introduce our first comparison to the Grasshopper GTX, and that is that this yo is significantly lighter and more floaty than the Grasshopper. However, when it comes to stability and solid and long spinning feel, this yo is just more average, I would say. The main difference I see between the Grasshopper GTX and the Orbital GTX is in the rim weight. The Orbital GTX does have rim weight and stability, but it's nothing like the power and solid feel of the Grasshopper GTX. So when I really pushed this yo to the extremes, I found it lacked just a bit of stability and power. Now I do want to emphasize that this is a really good yo-yo. It's got this amazing, nice floaty feel on the string, and it definitely feels super cool to use. Now I do want to put a little safety precaution together for this yo-yo. The rims of this yo-yo are so angular that they are pretty sharp. So when you're throwing this thing horizontally or doing anything extreme, just check real quick beforehand that there aren't any snags or knots in your yo-yo. Promise me, you do not want to hit yourself in the face with this yo-yo, so just be careful. So at this point, I kind of want to summarize my observations with the Orbital GTX and the Grasshopper GTX. The Orbital GTX is fast. It's very nimble to use. It can change directions super quickly. It also has a really fun, light feel to it, which makes it very enjoyable to use. It does, however, lack a bit of stability and power. The Grasshopper GTX, on the other hand, is more of a tank. It's a whole lot slower and more reluctant to move, but it feels way more solid and rim weighted. It also has much longer spin times, but it doesn't have that fun feel of the Orbital GTX. So as you can see, these yo-yos have their strengths and weaknesses. Hopefully now at this point you can understand which yo will be better for you and which one you should pick up. And once again, I want to thank Brian Jordan and Duncan for making this video possible. Alright, that's about it for my review of the Duncan Orbital GTX. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. And also if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, I post videos just about every single week, and you should definitely subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.